Welcome to SwitchWAVE, your ultimate destination for everything Nintendo Switch. Today we're counting down 35 absolutely perfect 10 out of 10 Switch games that you need to play before 2026. These aren't just great games, they're the best of the best. From genre-defining masterpieces to criminally underrated gems, each title on this list delivers an unforgettable experience that every Switch player should have in their library. Let's get started. Hollow Knight Silksong is a breathtaking action platformer that elevates everything fans loved about the original while introducing a completely new kingdom, new lore, and a drastically faster sense of movement. You play as Hornet, the agile protector of Hollow Nest, who has been captured and taken to the mysterious land of Farloom. Unlike the knight's deliberate and weighty style, Hornet moves with lightning speed, leaping, sliding, and weaving through enemies with grace and deadly precision. Farloom is a towering kingdom filled with ornate temples, haunted caverns, dangerous citadels, and strange new tribes who react to your presence differently depending on their culture. Combat emphasizes rapid mobility, parries, needle arts, and powerful tools that allow for aggressive, stylish play. The atmosphere is classic Team Cherry, gorgeous, melancholic, and filled with secrets that reward curiosity at every turn. Kirby and the Forgotten Land transforms the beloved Pink Heroes classic formula into a vibrant 3D adventure set in an abandoned, overgrown world reclaimed by nature. Kirby's movements feel smoother than ever as you float, dash, slide, and copy enemy powers across wild urban ruins, lush meadows, decayed malls, and mysterious factories. The new Mouthful mode outs hilarious and inventive transformations, letting Kirby become a car, a vending machine, or even a giant traffic cone, each bringing new platforming and puzzle-solving possibilities. The Waddle Dee Town Hub grows as you progress, adding shops, minigames, and interactive elements that make the world feel alive. Boss battles are bold, cinematic showdowns with massive creatures delivering attacks that require quick reflexes and smart use of Kirby's abilities. Celeste is a deeply emotional yet mechanically precise platformer that tells the story of Madeline, a young woman climbing the mystical Celeste Mountain while confronting inner fears and anxieties. The gameplay is sharp and deliberate, built around jumping, dashing, and wall climbing, with each screen offering a handcrafted challenge that demands timing, control, and patience. The game's difficulty is balanced by its compassion. Every mistake becomes a lesson, every checkpoint encourages perseverance, and every breakthrough feels earned and meaningful. The soundtrack enhances the experience with a soothing yet energetic score that captures both tension and serenity. Beyond its challenging levels, Celeste shines through its intimate narrative, exploring self-doubt, growth, and acceptance with honesty and heart. It's a masterpiece of design and storytelling, blending precision platforming with emotional depth in a way few games ever achieve. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom expands the open-air freedom of Breath of the Wild into a vast, multi-layered adventure stretching across sky islands, cavernous underworlds, and an evolved Hyrule brimming with new mysteries. You once again guide Link on a quest to uncover the fate of Princess Zelda and confront an ancient evil threatening the kingdom. The new Ultra Hand, Fuse, and Ascend abilities transform gameplay, allowing players to create weapons, vehicles, contraptions, and solutions limited only by imagination. Exploration is organic and exhilarating as you glide through the skies, descend into pitch-black depths, and discover hidden secrets in every corner of the land. Dungeons make a triumphant return, with themes tied to companion sages, each offering unique mechanics and emotional storytelling. Tears of the Kingdom stands as a monumental achievement in open-world design, empowering creativity and adventure in ways that redefine the Zelda series. Ninja Gaiden: Ragebound is a ferocious, high-velocity action platformer that resurrects the spirit of classic Ninja Gaiden with modern precision, thrilling combat, and a relentless pace that never lets up. You play as a deadly ninja warrior returning from exile to confront an army of demons, cybernetic assassins, corrupted warlords, and supernatural beasts tearing through a war-scarred world. Every movement is fluid and razor-sharp, Wall running, aerial dashes, precision jumps, slide attacks, and lightning-fast counters flow together in a seamless dance of steel and speed. Combat is punishing yet fair, demanding mastery of timing and spacing as you chain slashes, shurikens, ninpo arts, and cinematic finishers that ignite the battlefield with explosive energy. Levels are crafted as intense gauntlets of vertical climbs, collapsing structures, trap-filled fortresses, and neon-lit rooftops where reflexes become survival. Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, blends farming life sim charm with fast, real-time action RPG combat, transporting you to the vibrant land of Azuma where ancient spirits and corrupted monsters threaten the balance of nature. You play as a guardian who must nurture the land, rebuild communities, grow crops, and forge relationships while venturing into dangerous regions to battle powerful foes. Combat is smooth and responsive, letting you swap between weapons, cast elemental magic, and befriend monsters who can assist you in battle or help on your farm. Daily life unfolds at your pace. Tend fields in the morning, explore forests and shrines in the afternoon, and build friendships with townsfolk who each have unique stories and personalities. Dungeons are filled with puzzles, seasonal themes, and secrets that encourage exploration. With its strong mix of adventure, heartwarming social interactions, and magical world building, Rune Factory Guardians offers a ton of satisfying exploration. Donkey Kong Bananza reimagines the beloved Kong's classic side-scrolling roots with bigger environments, louder action, and a bright tropical art style bursting with personality. You guide Donkey Kong and his crew across sprawling island biomes, jungles, cliffs, volcanoes, and ancient ruins, collecting bananas while smashing through enemies and environmental obstacles. The platforming is energetic and rhythmic, combining precision jumps with rolling attacks, vine swings, barrel cannons, and powerful Kong abilities that make every level feel dynamic and exciting. Boss encounters are huge, animated spectacles that challenge you to adapt quickly and time your attacks. Hidden paths, collectibles, and secret challenge rooms reward exploration and mastery. With its vibrant visuals, expressive characters, and exhilarating gameplay flow, Donkey Kong Bananza captures the spirit of DK Country while pushing the series into an even more adventurous and explosive new direction. Streets of Rage 4 revitalizes the legendary beat-em-up series with stunning hand-drawn animation, bone-crunching combat, and a soundtrack that pumps adrenaline into every fight. You take control of Axel, Blaze, Cherry, Floyd, and a roster of unlockable retro heroes as you clean up Wood Oak City once again from a new criminal syndicate. The combat system is deep and fluid, allowing for juggles, wall bounces, special cancels, and stylish team combos in co-op play. Each character has a distinct fighting rhythm, with powerful supers and expressive animation that makes every hit feel satisfying. Levels move through neon streets, dirty alleyways, sky bridges, nightclubs, and laboratories, each packed with hazards, waves of enemies, and Easter eggs for longtime fans. Boss fights demand strategy and quick reflexes, showcasing dramatic patterns and flashy attacks. With its blend of old-school flair and modern polish, Streets of Rage 4 stands as one of the best beat-em-ups ever made. Stardew Valley is a peaceful yet emotionally resonant farming RPG where you leave behind a corporate job to restore your grandfather's old farm in a quiet countryside town. What begins as planting seeds and clearing land soon expands into exploring caves, battling monsters, building relationships, raising animals, fishing, mining, crafting, and becoming part of a living community. The sense of progression is gentle and rewarding as your farm grows from a small patch of soil into a thriving homestead shaped entirely by your playstyle. Each villager has their own personality, routines, and story arcs that deepen as you befriend them, while festivals and seasonal changes give the game a warm sense of rhythm. Whether you spend your days farming, adventuring, or socializing, Stardew Valley creates a cozy world filled with charm, depth, and creativity, making it one of the most beloved indie games of all time. Persona 5 Royal is a stylish, story-rich JRPG that blends high school life, supernatural rebellion, and dungeon-crawling strategy into one unforgettable adventure. You play as Joker, a transfer student wrongfully accused of a crime who discovers he can enter the metaverse, a realm shaped by distorted human desires. As the leader of the Phantom Thieves, you recruit friends, form deep bonds, and infiltrate massive themed palaces to reform corrupt adults. Combat uses a slick turn-based system centered around exploiting elemental weaknesses, bat and pause combos, and powerful personas that you fuse and evolve. Daily life in Tokyo is just as important. You study, work part-time jobs, go on outings, build relationships, and strengthen your team's abilities. Royal adds new characters, dungeons, mechanics, and a third semester epilogue that elevates the story's emotional impact. With its iconic art style, unforgettable music, and rich storytelling, Persona 5 Royal remains one of the greatest JRPGs ever made. Sonic Superstars reinvents the classic 2D Sonic experience with lush 3D visuals, crisp animation, and a strong focus on cooperative play and unique character abilities. Set across the North Star Islands, the game brings Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy together to stop Dr. Eggman and Fang the Sniper from harnessing the island's mysterious Chaos Emerald powers. Level design blends old-school speed with inventive platforming, sending you hurtling through waterfalls, jungles, technolabs, and floating ruins, all bursting with color and kinetic movement. The Chaos Emerald powers reimagine Sonic's toolkit, granting special abilities like water manipulation, clone creation, and grappling techniques that transform how you approach each stage. Boss fights are thrilling set pieces with creative mechanics that push your reflexes and positioning. Whether played solo or in co-op, Sonic Superstars delivers a fast, joyful, and beautifully modern take on the iconic side-scrolling formula. Hades 2 expands Supergiant Games' acclaimed roguelike universe with a darker, more magical tone as you play Malinoe, the princess of the underworld and sister to Zagreus. Driven by a fierce desire to challenge Kronos, the titan of time, Malinoe journeys through new realms filled with witches, monsters, and cosmic horrors. The game's combat is fluid and expressive, built around spellcasting, charged sigils, melee strikes, and boons from the Olympian gods that mix in unpredictable, thrilling ways. Each run feels fresh thanks to shifting maps, new enemy types, and deep progression systems that let you customize Malinoe's abilities over time. The narrative unfolds through richly voiced characters, emotional storytelling, and evolving relationships with gods, familiars, shades, and allies. With stunning hand-painted art, atmospheric music, and refined roguelike structure, Hades 2 carries forward the legacy of its predecessor while carving out an identity steeped in witchcraft, prophecy, and mythic rebellion.
Looks pretty comfy. Not that I would know.
Shinobi. Art of Vengeance is a modern reimagining of the classic ninja series, blending side-scrolling action with cinematic storytelling and lightning-fast stealth combat. You play as Jiro, the last surviving member of a shattered shinobi clan, who vows to dismantle an empire that slaughtered his family. The game emphasizes precise movement, wall jumping, silent dashes, grappling hooks, and shadow slips that let you vanish between attacks. Combat is sharp and deadly, rewarding precisely timed counters, multi-hit sword combos, and kunai-based finishers that strike with surgical efficiency. Levels span bamboo forests, burning villages, moonlit rooftops, and fortified castles, each designed with branching paths that support aggressive assault or careful infiltration. Boss encounters mix mythology and martial arts, pushing you to master patterns and strategies while maintaining relentless momentum. With its stylish aesthetic, heart-driven story, and fast, elegant combat design. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild revolutionized open-world design with a world driven entirely by player curiosity, creativity, and exploration. As Link awakens after a century of slumber, you venture across a vast Hyrule filled with towering mountains, sprawling fields, ruined citadels, ancient technology, and secrets waiting behind every horizon. The game offers unparalleled freedom. Climb any surface, glide across valleys, surf on shields, cook meals, craft strategies, and approach every challenge in countless ways. Physics-based systems and emergent gameplay allow clever solutions to puzzles, combat encounters, and environmental hazards. Shrines test problem-solving skills, while the 4 divine beasts offer large-scale puzzle dungeons with memorable narrative impact. The story unfolds through scattered memories and encounters with survivors across the land, creating a world that feels lived in, mournful, and full of wonder. Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree is a heartfelt action-adventure steeped in folklore, nature magic, and emotional storytelling. You play as Towa, a young spirit guide chosen to protect the sacred tree, a living relic that maintains harmony between the physical world and the realm of spirits. When a corrupt force infects the tree's roots, Towa embarks on a journey through enchanted forests, crystal caverns, shimmering plains, and ancient sanctuaries to awaken the dormant guardians who once protected the land. The game blends fluid platforming with gentle combat and puzzle solving, using elemental abilities tied to nature, wind glides, earth shields, spirit arrows, and bloom magic that restores life to corrupted areas. Each guardian brings new powers and emotional depth to Towa's quest. With its painterly art style, soothing soundtrack, and themes of growth, courage, and connection, Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree offers a magical, introspective adventure rich with atmosphere and wonder. Contra, Operation Galuga, revitalizes the legendary run-and-dance series with explosive modern action, bringing back the iconic duo Bill Rizer and Lance Bean as they return to Galuga Island to confront an alien invasion. The game stays true to Contra's fast, high-pressure gameplay while enhancing it with dynamic stage transitions, spectacular visual effects, and co-op synergy. Weapon variety is at the heart of the experience, letting you dual-wield, stack, or modify classics like the spread shot, laser, and homing missiles to dominate the battlefield. Levels erupt with chaos as you leap between collapsing platforms, ride high-speed vehicles, blast through fortresses, and face screen-filling alien monstrosities. Boss encounters are dramatic, multi-phase battles designed to test precision, reflexes, and adaptability. With its modern polish, explosive pacing, and faithful nostalgia, Contra, Operation Galuga stands as a triumphant evolution of the franchise. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a sweeping open-world fantasy epic and one of the most richly crafted RPGs ever made. You play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter Ciri, while navigating a continent ravaged by war, political manipulation, and supernatural threats. The world is breathtaking in scale and depth. Villages, cities, forests, swamps, and mountain ranges teem with life, stories, and secrets. Combat blends swordplay, magic signs, alchemy, and strategic preparation, letting you face creatures ranging from spectral wraiths to towering griffins. Every quest feels meaningful, often branching into morally complex choices that shape relationships and alter the fate of entire regions. Characters are richly developed, relationships evolve organically, and narrative arcs resonate with emotional power. With its award-winning storytelling, unforgettable characters, and immersive world-building, The Witcher 3 remains a defining masterpiece of the RPG genre. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a charming, atmospheric adventure that transforms a towering haunted hotel into one of Nintendo's most creative, puzzle-filled playgrounds. You play as Luigi, once again reluctantly stepping into ghost hunting duty after Mario and friends are trapped by King Boo. The hotel's themed floors, ranging from ancient pyramids to film studios and botanical gardens, are packed with clever environmental puzzles and interactive objects. With the Poltergust G00, Luigi can slam ghosts, suck up furniture, launch plungers, and interact with the environment in satisfying ways. His gooey doppelganger, Gooigi, adds a brilliant puzzle-solving dynamic, allowing two characters to operate together in solo or co-op play. Each boss ghost has its own personality and gimmick, making every encounter feel fresh and cinematic. With its expressive animation, inventive level design, and wholesome humor, Luigi's Mansion 3 stands as one of the Switch's most delightful and visually impressive adventures. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown reinvents the series with fast, stylish Metroidvania action as you play Sargon, a young warrior racing through Mount Kof to rescue a kidnapped prince. The game emphasizes fluid movement, wall runs, air dashes, sliding attacks, and time-bending abilities that create endlessly satisfying traversal. Combat is sharp and skill-based, blending swordplay, acrobatics, parries, and powerful Athra abilities into a system that rewards timing and aggression. Mount Kof is a labyrinth of mythical ruins, cursed forests, shimmering temples, and ancient machinery, filled with secrets, puzzles, and cinematic boss encounters. Each new ability reshapes exploration, opening shortcuts and hitting zones that expand the world's depth. With its energetic art style, modern mechanics, and rich reinterpretation of Persian myth, The Lost Crown stands as one of the strongest action platformers of its generation. No More Heroes 3 is a wild, stylish, and unapologetically chaotic hack-and-slash adventure that brings Travis Touchdown back into the spotlight for his most insane mission yet. When a group of alien warlords arrives on Earth, Travis must climb the galactic superhero rankings by defeating each eccentric boss in explosive cinematic showdowns. Combat is fast, flashy, and humorously over the top, mixing beam katana combos, wrestling throws, dodge counters, and special death glove abilities that turn the battlefield into a neon spectacle. The world is packed with surreal side activities, bizarre humor, and fourth wall-breaking madness that only Suda51 can deliver. Bosses are the highlight, each one a creative, unpredictable set piece filled with style and personality. With its outrageous tone, slick combat, and distinctive artistic flair, No More Heroes 3 is a loud, irreverent, and unforgettable action experience.
Touchdown. I'm the last hero around, here to save the world.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the definitive kart racing celebration of Nintendo's iconic franchise, delivering unmatched speed, color, and chaotic fun across every track. With its refined drifting system, anti-gravity segments, underwater racing, and glider sections, each course becomes a roller coaster of thrilling turns and visual spectacle. The roster is massive, featuring Mario favorites, crossover characters, and customizable karts that let you fine-tune your racing style. Items are the lifeblood of the auction, creating unpredictable battles where a single well-timed shell or mushroom boost can flip the entire race in an instant. Deluxe includes all DLC tracks and expands even further with the Booster Course Pass, packing the game with one of the largest track lists ever seen in a kart racer. Whether played solo, online, or in joyful couch multiplayer, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe remains a fast, polished, endlessly replayable racer that defines what party racing games strive to be. Metroid Prime Remastered brings one of Nintendo's greatest classics into the modern era with stunning new visuals, reworked environments, and beautifully enhanced lighting that make Talon 4 feel more alive than ever. You once again step into the visor of Samus Aran as she explores abandoned Chozo ruins, hostile caverns, snow-covered research facilities, and alien ecosystems filled with secrets and biomechanical threats. The game's first-person exploration remains unmatched. Platforming, scanning, puzzle solving, and combat blend seamlessly through a uniquely immersive perspective. Dual-stick controls provide smooth, modern precision, while the remastered audio revitalizes every hum, roar, and atmospheric echo that made the original legendary. Each upgrade, from the Morph Ball to the Plasma Beam, expands your ability to uncover hidden paths and conquer dangerous foes. Metroid Prime Remastered stands as a masterclass in world-building, pacing, and isolation-driven adventure. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven expands Square Enix's beloved JRPG into a modern, richly animated tactical experience centered on legacy, lineage, and strategy. You guide generations of rulers from the Avalon Empire as they battle the legendary Seven Heroes, champions who were once revered but have returned as monstrous threats. The game's non-linear storytelling allows you to shape history itself. Every decision, battle, and alliance affects which rulers ascend to the throne, how the empire evolves, and what future eras will look like. Combat is turn-based but flexible, driven by skill learning in the heat of battle and strategic formation bonuses that reward careful planning. The remade visuals give the world vibrant detail while preserving its retro charm, enhancing forests, desert kingdoms, underwater temples, and lost ruins with striking modern depth.
Enough! Form ranks! On my honor!
Bayonetta 3 unleashes a spectacular, universe-shattering story where the Umbra Witch returns in her most stylish, over-the-top adventure yet. As multiversal threats known as homunculi tear through realities, Bayonetta battles across collapsing cityscapes, demon-infested islands, and otherworldly dimensions with unparalleled flair. The combat pushes the series to new heights with demon masquerade transformations, letting Bayonetta fuse with her infernal summons to gain new moves and outrageous abilities. The set pieces are pure platinum action, fast, cinematic, and filled with massive bosses that turn every arena into a chaotic ballet of magic, bullets, and high-heeled fury. The introduction of Viola, a rebellious new witch with a katana and her feline demon Cheshire, adds exciting variety to the gameplay. With its explosive tone, intricate combo system, and bold narrative direction, Bayonetta 3 stands as a deliriously stylish action masterpiece that pushes creativity and spectacle to their limits. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom shifts the spotlight to Princess Zelda in a refreshing reimagining of the series, giving her a central role as she uses magical echo abilities instead of traditional combat. When Link disappears and Hyrule falls into danger, Zelda rises to save the kingdom using her intelligence, magic, and the mysterious Tri-Rod, an artifact capable of creating echoes of objects, enemies, and environmental tools. This power transforms puzzle solving and exploration, letting players summon blocks, platforms, weapons, and even creatures to overcome obstacles. The world blends classic top-down Zelda charm with inventive modern mechanics as you explore forests, dungeons, towns, and strange rift-torn regions shaped by echoes. The story highlights Zelda's growth as a leader and problem solver, giving emotional depth to her journey. With its clever mechanics and imaginative world design, Echoes of Wisdom presents a refreshing and magical new identity for the Zelda franchise.
So, they'll fight by your side. Monsters have different...
Unicorn Overlord is a grand tactical RPG from Vanillaware, blending exquisite hand-painted art with deep kingdom-building strategy and large-scale battles. You play as Alon, an exiled prince reclaiming his homeland from a tyrannical empire by forging alliances, liberating towns, and commanding armies across a vast fantasy continent. Combat unfolds in real-time tactical engagements where unit formation, class synergy, positioning, and character bonds decide the outcome. Exploration is rich and organic, letting you roam the world map, discover treasure, recruit allies, and make decisions that shape the fate of nations. Every unit, from knights and archers to mages, beastfolk, and divine warriors, is beautifully animated, giving each battle a vibrant storybook feel. With its deep mechanics, emotional narrative, and signature Vanillaware artistry, Unicorn Overlord stands as one of the most breathtaking and strategic RPG experiences of its generation. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion brings Zack Fair's legendary story to life with remastered visuals, refined combat, and voice acting that elevates the emotional impact of his journey. You play as Zack, a spirited soldier operative navigating war, conspiracy, and fate as Shinra's darkest secrets unfold around him. Combat is fast and action-oriented, blending swordplay, dodges, limit breaks, magic, and the iconic digital mindwave system that introduces dynamic buffs and character memories mid-battle. The story deepens the mythology of Sephiroth, Genesis, Angel, Aerith, and the roots of Cloud's destiny, delivering a heartfelt narrative filled with heroism and tragedy. The remaster enhances environments, facial expressions, and animations while preserving the charm and heart of the original. With its powerful story and modernized gameplay, Reunion stands as the definitive version of one of Final Fantasy's most beloved tales. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak expands the base game into a massive new adventure filled with challenging monsters, deeper combat options, and some of the series' most thrilling hunts. You travel to the Kingdom of Elgato to investigate a looming threat known as the Three Lords, monstrous beings inspired by gothic horror. Sunbreak introduces new Silkbind and Switch skill moves that drastically enhance each weapon's playstyle, giving hunters more freedom and depth. The expansion's hunts are intense, featuring aggressive monsters with dynamic patterns and new mechanics like Master Rank difficulty. New regions, varied biomes, and massive set-piece hunts push your skills to their limit, while improved follower quests let NPC allies join you on hunts. With its adrenaline-pumping action, polished co-op, and enormous content, Sunbreak turns Rise into one of the most complete and satisfying Monster Hunter experiences ever made. NieR Automata, the End of YoRHa edition, is a haunting, philosophical action RPG that blends high-speed combat, emotional storytelling, and striking visual design into one of the most unforgettable experiences on the Nintendo Switch. You play as 2B, a calm and deadly android soldier deployed to Earth centuries after humanity fled to the moon, tasked with fighting machine life forms that have taken over the planet. Combat is fluid and acrobatic, mixing swordplay, aerial maneuvers, dodges, and ranged pod support that transforms battles into hypnotic displays of motion and light. The world shifts seamlessly between open environments, bullet hell sequences, and cinematic set pieces, while a haunting orchestral soundtrack intensifies every moment. As you progress, you unlock new perspectives through multiple interconnected story routes, revealing deeper truths about 2B, 9S, A2, and the painful cycle of war between androids and machines. Star Ocean: The Second Story R is a beautifully reimagined remake of the classic action JRPG, blending vibrant 2.5D visuals with a deep, choice-driven narrative that shifts depending on which protagonist you choose. Claude, a stranded space officer, or Rena, a mysterious girl from a fantasy world. The blend of sci-fi and medieval fantasy gives the story a unique flavor as you explore lush towns, mystical forests, ancient ruins, and technologically advanced secrets hidden beneath the surface. Combat is fast and fluid, letting you command a party of diverse characters with real-time movement, special attacks, and flashy abilities that feel dynamic and satisfying. Private actions return with expanded depth, allowing you to bond with characters, unlock events, and influence multiple endings. Filled with emotional storytelling, expressive performances, and intricate systems like crafting, specialties, and optional superbosses, Star Ocean: The Second Story R stands as a definitive revival of a beloved JRPG classic. Absolum is a dark fantasy action RPG set in a decaying world where ancient gods have fallen silent and monstrous beings roam the land. You play as a lone wanderer granted a mysterious power known as the Absolum, allowing you to manipulate echoes of lost souls and unleash powerful spectral abilities in battle. The journey takes you through haunted forests, corrupted temples, forgotten cities, and other atmospheric landscapes filled with secrets and hidden lore. Combat emphasizes agility and timing as you dodge, counter, and strike with a mix of melee weapons and supernatural skills that can shift the tide of battle. Every enemy feels dangerous, pushing you to learn patterns and master your abilities. The narrative unfolds through fragmented memories, cryptic encounters, and environmental storytelling that pieces together the truth behind the dying world. With its somber beauty, challenging combat, and mythic tone, Absolum delivers a gripping and immersive adventure.
Fall in battle, the forbidden rituals of Mother Yuchawi and her root sisters will resurrect life.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a sweeping, emotional JRPG that brings together the worlds and themes of the previous games into one of the most ambitious Nintendo Switch epics. You follow Noah, Mio, and their companions, soldiers from opposing nations trapped in an endless war, as they break free from their cycle and journey across Ionios to discover the truth behind their existence. The world is vast and breathtaking, filled with towering landscapes, exotic wildlife, mysterious ruins, and colonies shaped by unique cultures and ideologies. Combat is deep and strategic, blending real-time action with positional arts, team synergies, class-changing mechanics, and the powerful Ouroboros forms that merge two characters into a single mighty being. The story is rich with themes of life, time, grief, and hope, supported by cinematic cutscenes and powerful voice performances. With its massive world, emotional storytelling, and intricate systems, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 stands as one of the finest JRPGs of its generation. Trials of Mana is a vibrant and energetic action RPG remake that reimagines the Super Famicom classic with full 3D visuals, modern combat, and branching storylines based on the trio of heroes you choose. Each character has a unique backstory, personality, and motivations that shape your adventure as you travel through colorful kingdoms, dangerous dungeons, and magical realms filled with monsters and elemental spirits. Combat is fast and satisfying, letting you dodge, combo, and unleash class-based super attacks in real time. The class change system offers deep customization, allowing you to evolve your characters into light or dark paths that dramatically alter their abilities and playstyles. With charming visuals, nostalgic music reorchestrations, and an uplifting fantasy tale rooted in friendship, courage, and magic, Trials of Mana delivers a joyful and heartfelt RPG experience.
Pokémon Legends Arceus boldly reinvents the Pokémon formula with a semi-open world adventure set in the ancient Hisui region, long before the establishment of modern Pokémon traditions. You play as a researcher tasked with building the first Pokédex by observing, catching, and battling wild Pokémon who behave more dynamically and aggressively than ever before. Exploration is immersive as you sneak through tall grass, ride Pokémon across land, sky, and sea, and investigate mysterious distortions that warp the environment. Battles seamlessly unfold in the field with a new agile and strong style system that adds strategic depth to turn order and power. The story uncovers the origin of Sinnoh's legends while introducing a cast of characters connected to future generations. With its sense of discovery, atmospheric wilderness, and refreshing gameplay structure, Pokémon Legends Arceus stands as one of the series' most innovative and engaging entries. Super Mario Odyssey is a vibrant, globe-trotting 3D adventure that reinvents Mario's platforming legacy with boundless creativity, expressive movement, and a sense of joyful discovery. You journey across a mosaic of kingdoms, sprawling cities, lush forests, glittering oceans, volcanic islands, and surreal dreamlike realms, each filled with secrets, hidden paths, and playful challenges that reward curiosity at every turn. The game's signature mechanic, Cappy, introduces a transformative twist. By tossing your sentient cap, you can capture enemies and objects, gaining their abilities and completely changing how you navigate the world. Each capture feels like a new miniature game inside the larger adventure, from rolling boulders to flying as a bird, controlling tanks, stretching as a spring, or becoming a massive T-Rex. Mario's movement is fluid and expressive, encouraging acrobatic jumps, dives, rolls, and momentum-based tricks that turn exploration into a delightful playground of possibilities.